Let me ask you a quick question. If I gave you $100,000 right now, what would you buy? Most people already have an answer. A stock tip they heard from a friend, a crypto coin that's about to explode, a business idea that sounds like it could change everything. And that right there is exactly why most people never get rich. Because almost everyone tries to get wealthy by chasing the perfect investment, the hottest stock, the next Bitcoin, the one deal that's supposed to flip their entire life overnight. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one likes to talk about. Real wealth doesn't come from buying the right thing. It comes from buying the right things in the right order. And if you get that order wrong, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how hard you work, or how lucky you think you'll get. Your money stays small. Your stress stays high. And you end up running faster just to stay in the same place. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to buy first if you want to be rich. Not flashy, not exciting, but effective. And if you actually follow this order, everything else gets easier. Let's start with the biggest mistake people make. They try to build wealth from the top down. They look at rich people and see the results, the investments, the businesses, the real estate, the lifestyle. So they copy that part without building the foundation underneath it. That's like trying to sprint before you've even learned how to walk. It looks impressive for a second, and then it collapses. Wealth is built bottom up, always has been, always will be. So what's the very first thing you need to buy? It's not stocks, it's not crypto, it's not real estate. The first thing you need to buy is control. Before you invest a single dollar, you need control over your financial life. Because if you don't control your money, no investment will save you. That means buying stability, emergency savings, basic insurance, a buffer between you and chaos. This is the boring part everyone wants to skip, and it's exactly why most people lose money later. Here's the reality. If your car breaks down, if you lose your job, if an unexpected bill hits, and you don't have cash reserves, you'll be forced to sell investments at the worst possible time. You'll panic. You'll make emotional decisions. Wealth doesn't grow in panic, it grows in calm. So the first thing you're buying is peace of mind, a financial shock absorber, not because it makes you rich, but because it keeps you from becoming poor again. Once you have control, then you move to the second thing. The second thing you buy is skills. This is where most people underestimate the return. The best investment you'll ever make is the one that increases your earning power, skills that make you more valuable, skills that solve problems, skills that people will pay for. Sales, marketing, copywriting, programming, design, negotiation, communication. These aren't nice-to-have skills. They're income multipliers. Here's why this matters. If you can only earn $2,000 a month, even a great investment won't change your life. But if you can earn $10,000 a month, suddenly everything accelerates. You can invest more. You can take smarter risks. You can recover from mistakes. Skills give you leverage. And the beautiful part? No one can take them away from you. Markets can crash, currencies can inflate, platforms can disappear, but skills travel with you. This is why rich people spend money learning, while broke people spend money trying to look rich. So, after control, you buy skills. Then comes the third thing. The third thing you buy is a niche. This is where money starts to get interesting. A niche is simply a specific group of people with a specific problem that you know how to solve? Most people try to appeal to everyone and end up reaching no one. But wealth is built in narrow focus. One problem, one audience, one clear solution. When you buy a niche, you're buying clarity. You know who you serve. You know what they want. You know what they'll pay for. This is how businesses are born. This is how personal brands grow. And this is how income becomes predictable. And predictable income is the bridge to real wealth, because once your income is predictable, you can plan. You can invest consistently. You can think long term. Without a niche, everything is random. With a niche, momentum builds. Now, only after this point does investing actually matter. Here's where most people want to start, but it should come later. The fourth thing you buy is assets, stocks, index funds, real estate, businesses, ownership. At this stage, investing finally makes sense. Why? Because now you have control, so you're not forced to sell. Skills, so you can always earn more. A niche, so income keeps flowing. Assets are no longer a gamble. They're a strategy. You're not chasing the next hot thing. You're consistently buying things that produce cash flow or long-term growth. And this is the part people misunderstand. Rich people don't rely on one big win. They rely on systems. They buy assets regularly. They let time do the heavy lifting. They play games they can't easily lose. That's how wealth compounds. Not overnight, but inevitably. Now let's talk about what people think they should buy, but shouldn't. Status. Cars you can't afford. Watches you don't need. Vacations you put on credit. These things feel like progress, but they slow everything down. They drain capital. They increase pressure. They force you to keep running just to maintain appearances. True wealth is quiet at first. It looks boring. It looks unimpressive. It looks like discipline. And then one day, it doesn't. So let's zoom out and put the order together. If you want to be rich, here's what you buy. In order. First, control. Stability. Cash reserves. Peace of mind. Second, skills, things that increase your income and flexibility. Third, a niche, a focused way to create predictable value. Fourth, assets, things that grow and work while you sleep. That's it. No shortcuts, no hacks, no secret investments. Just the right things, in the right order. And here's the best part. You don't need to be lucky. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to time the market. You just need patience and consistency. Most people fail because they skip steps. They try to invest without income. They chase assets without stability. They want results without foundations. But if you reverse that, if you build slowly, deliberately, intelligently, wealth stops feeling impossible. It starts feeling inevitable. So the next time you're tempted to chase the hottest investment, pause. Ask yourself, have I bought the basics yet? Am I building in the right order? Because money doesn't reward speed. It rewards structure. And once you understand that, everything changes. Thanks for watching. If this video helped shift how you think about money, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want more about building wealth the right way, make sure you're subscribed. I'm Bean Capital. I'll see you in the next one.